Jesus gets asked the question, of all the commandments, which is the most important? And his reply is this: the most important one is this: Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Love the Lord your God with all of your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, with all your strength. The second is this: love your neighbor as yourself. There is no commandment greater than these. And part of the point of that is to love God with all of your heart, with all your strength, with all your might, with all of your soul. Part of doing that is loving your neighbor, loving others, and loving yourself. The second commandment, love your neighbor as you love yourself. That requires loving yourself. A lot of us in our world today, we want to love other people. We want to do good things, make people laugh, give something to other people so they can enjoy life. And we pour out everything on other people, and we leave nothing for ourselves. You can't love another person unless you know how to love yourself, unless you have a love for yourself. That must come first. So many people find themselves depressed, find themselves facing a desire to end their own lives because they despise themselves, because they put all their effort into making other people happy, into basing their happiness on how well they make other people happy. That's not love. Before you go out and start trying to change the world, before you go out and start trying to love your neighbor, you have to first figure out, what does it mean to love myself? How do I love myself? Do I love myself? Am I proud of who I am? Can I be confident in who I am? Can I respect who I am, what I'm doing with my life? Once you've worked through those, then it becomes easier to be around other people. It becomes easier to love other people because you value yourself, and you can teach and instruct other people how to value themselves and to give value to themselves that is independent of what other people think, what other people say about you, but to value yourself on what you know you're capable of and how you do things. You're the only one who can really measure up who you are, how well you do the things you do. Other people will try, and sometimes you'll get positive feedback, sometimes you'll get negative feedback. But it's the value you give yourself that's going to push you forward. You have to love yourself. You have to be confident in yourself. Not to think you're the best person in the world or you're the greatest person in the world, that you're capable of doing anything. But knowing your limits, you can go forward and still accomplish things, still get things done, still be proud of yourself for what you can do and do get accomplished. And to know that there is a God who values your life. A God who sacrificed a part of himself because he wants you to know his love. We're told in 1 John that the only reason we know what love is because God first loved us. He knew what love was, so he could demonstrate it. He taught us what love was. Once we've received God's love, We need to imitate it, which means, first off, just as God is love and knows what love is able to love himself, we have to be able to love ourselves. And then we can give of ourselves and bestow value and love on others and instruct them on how to love themselves. That's the core of this commandment. Not just go out and love other people. Give everything of yourself to other people. That comes that you pour yourself out for other people, but you empty yourself out very quickly if you cannot love yourself and continue to refill your passion, refill your motivation yourself. If it's not there to have that continual swelling up of a living spring inside of yourself, of love from God and from yourself, what you have to give out to others becomes very limited. It runs out very quickly. But if you have that spring, that love flowing up inside of you, you can give more of yourself and not burn yourself out. You can give of yourself and not lose yourself in the process of pouring yourself out for other people.